All right, welcome back to the Central Valley Buzz, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Let's hear it for Spotlight Theory. Yeah, they'll be back later on the show. Make sure you guys stick around for that. But we do have some winners right now. I called out for the food. Guess what Jeff Schuler did? He gave away movie tickets. So, yeah, weird, right? Yeah. Okay, so our winners of movie tickets are Fred Martin and Carlos Lugo. Come on down to the corner of Olive and Van Ness, and we'll get you all set up. Remember, that's Wednesday, May 28th at 7:30 at Manchester Center. Now, if you guys have been following me on Facebook, and I know you do, you saw this morning that I put up that we're going to have a Fresno First on TV today. We were having someone that was going to take their vaporizer right here on the air, but guess what? What? I might have put up that post a little early because my phone's been blowing up, and I just got off the phone with the suit. Oh! And he is forbidding us to do it on the air. Oh! But he's not forbidding us from bringing on our next guest, Diana Kirby and Shannon Luce. Diana, how's it going? Nice to see you. Shannon, how's it going?
Good.
Now, before we get started here, let's just get it right out on the table. Why are you here?
We are here to promote an event for the FCA, Fresno Cannabis Association, on June 8th, 2 to 7 at the Full Circle Brewery. We have some room for some tables for some vendors.
Nice.
We have some room for some banners. It is a private event, 21 and up. We need some volunteers. You know, we're just trying to gather community and get everybody out and involved.
Okay, and the reason you're having this event is it's kind of like a fundraiser.
It is a fundraiser. The Fresno Cannabis Association is a association of patient and non-patient members trying to bring a central voice to the cannabis community in Fresno. The FCA has filed a CEQA lawsuit against the city of Fresno for their cultivation ban.
So you're suing the city of Fresno because they're not letting you grow marijuana?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Correct.
Really?
Yes. So it's an environmental impact suit, something that they felt could be overlooked. And there's a lot of important information. You know, if you estimate 10,000 patients in Fresno that are going to have to drive 109 miles to Bakersfield, where the closest dispensary is, you're looking at,
Is it legal in Bakersfield? Do they let them operate over there?
They do have a couple that are operating down in several. I don't know what their actual ordinances say. I know they're having some issues right now. But we're really looking at the impact of mileage and carbon emissions.
Sure.
You know, 2 million extra miles on the road if these patients go out one time a week. We're looking at almost 50,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions. We have bad air quality already here.
So is this the angle you guys are taking in the suit?
This is one of the angles. You know, there's definitely a lot of things that have gone on here in Fresno in the last few years, and Prop 215 and SB 420 are real hard to navigate. They're kind of tricky, so, you know, instead, let's look at real issues that, you know, are local to us, you know, especially the environmental impacts.
Now, Diana, you've been a little quiet here, but if there's anyone in the Fresno area that has some things to say about this issue, it would be you.
Well, I think it should be brought to the public that what the city is doing, city and county of Fresno, have done to the patients of this area. You know, if somebody really needs the marijuana, I'd say about 75% of the people are completely disabled and unable to drive, or they're on a very fixed low income and they don't have the money for the gas to go anywhere. And once they get there, they don't have the money that they're going to charge them at a dispensary to buy their medicine. If they don't get any help from the state or from the county or insurance companies to help pay for this medicine, it comes right out of their pockets.
You mean like a prescription from the drugstore, right? Or because that's government funded?
Well, most people, when they get a prescription from a doctor, they go to the drugstore and they get the prescription filled. They have insurance coverage or some kind of medical discount on their medications, most people. And now with Obamacare, everybody's supposed to. But if you...
I really thought Obamacare would have saw through this one.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We could have hoped. But anyway, the problem is that people, the ordinary lay people out here in our county and city, don't understand what the county has done by putting a ban on our medicine, that we cannot grow it ourselves in our backyard. It only takes sunlight and water to grow it. It's not, me personally, I can't use any pesticides on anything that I grow or eat or whatever, because I am allergic to everything now. And everybody in this whole country is plagued with allergies, and it's because of all of the things that are put into the food that we eat and the hormones that are given to the animals that we eat. And now they're taking this away from us, and we can't even grow our medicine. And for me, it's devastating because, as you said earlier, I am allergic to now everything. I can't take any antibiotics. I can't take any pain medication, nothing. So this is my only source of relief. And if I don't have it, I wouldn't be sitting here. In my accident that was in 1972, by the way, I broke my back too, and they said I would never walk again. I have a total hip replacement, so I lost my hip in the accident. I lost my lower leg in the accident, and they reattached it, and I had it until 2005. And then here in Fresno, it was amputated for the second time in Kaiser. And the only thing that I could use was my volcano, which we did bring to show.
Yeah,
but it's...
why don't you hand that volcano over here? We'll take a look at that in a second. But Kaiser was actually letting you use this
Yes.
in their facility.
Yes.
And as the story's told, and I've heard it a couple times from numerous people, is that doctors and nurses kept coming back into your room and saying, "No, fire it up. I want to see how it works."
Right, all of them, all of the heads of the departments, actually. The pharmacy department, the surgical departments, the nurses, everybody, they kept coming into my room. I was only there for 2 days, and...
They cut your leg off and you were there for 2 days.
Yeah. And anyway, they kept coming in and asking me to show them how it works. And so I would, but, it works so good that I don't need it every 5 minutes.
Okay, and this is the actual machine right here that you use.
Yeah.
And
I need that too. I just
It-
show it. We won't do.
yeah, we're not going to actually do it. I just want you to explain how this thing works.
Well, the product goes inside here,
Okay.
and it doesn't take very much.
Okay.
The other thing that this does is your product lasts at least twice as much.
Okay.
Okay, so the product's in here. This is turned on and it's hot. This goes on here.
How hot does this machine get?
Hotter than you need it to be.
Okay, so what it does is now it's called a vaporizer.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not smoking
No, you don't get
the
any
medicine.
No, you don't. You can make it smoke, but that's not good because it doesn't work then. That's the problem. A lot of people don't like it because they don't know how to use it properly, and they're turning it up too high, and they're actually burning the product, and that's not what you want.
Okay.
You only want to take the vapors out. So anyway, when it gets
So
to the
you're not
right
smoking.
temperature,
You're
No,
really
no smoke.
This is kind of like those things you see the people walking around town with the vapor cigarette things, right?
yeah,
You turn it on.
I can't. Well, if
Okay, and then there's
if it was plugged in, hot air is blown up through the product and goes in here, and then this.
right, okay.
Okay, and then the bag fills up with the vapors. It's almost clear. You can, sometimes it's a little cloudy, but it's not smoky. And when you're in the same room with somebody who's using this,
Okay.
I was going to show you how
Okay.
you could, I'll just do it
All
over
right.
here out of the way of the camera. When it's done, this is full, this snaps right onto the mouthpiece.
Oh, the little mouthpiece goes on
Right.
there.
And then it's just pressed against your lips, and then you just suck in
Wow.
a little bit of this. Now, the medication that's inside the bag stays good for up to 6 hours. I've used it up to 8 hours, but it stays good. And it's good if you're in bed, like I was, and you're...
There's no fire.
But Well, there's no fire, but you're in and out of, you're sleeping and you're waking and you're sleeping, and you're in pain, you're out of pain, all of this going on. This, as you doze off, just stays okay, and when you wake up, if you're in pain, you just take another.
Okay. I've had a couple small procedures before where they cut me, and the next day it's just throbbing. It's just, you can just feel it. Now, does this, I mean, your leg, I mean, that's a big cut. Does this really make the pain go away?
It lessens it to where you can still enjoy life, yeah. If I didn't have this, I would be in bed and not doing anything whatsoever.
So this lawsuit that you guys are bringing against the city, it's what's going to happen if you win? Will people be able to grow the medicine in their backyards?
I think we'll just have to stay tuned and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, you guys aren't the only ones that have a lawsuit against the city coming up. There's others.
I think there's definitely some other things going on with the $1,000 plant fines and such. Maybe some individual.
What do you mean it's a
cases.
$1,000 plant fine?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if they
so-
find you with the plant, no matter how big it is, if it's 2 inches or 10 feet, it's $1,000
You're
a
going to
plant
get a
fine.
$1,000 fine per plant. So there's a couple other, couple.
Now, who
of
gets fined? The people growing it? Or what if they're renting the
owner-
property?
Both.
The owner of the
Both.
property.
They both get a $1,000 fine.
Correct. There's
Not $500 apiece.
No.
They-
both.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why this event is really important. We need to get some cannabis education out there. We need to get the cannabis medication out there, and we need equality. I mean, we need a group, and there's a great cannabis group here in Fresno. We've come together before, and we need to stick together and show them, we're not going away. There's national change with the whole landscape of cannabis right now. There's global change going on with legalization, and there's going to be a push for the 2016 movement. I mean, Gavin Newsom's been out and about with it, so is the ACLU. So why put the patients through such struggle now when we're going to have to look at it again, at least in 2016? So let's get some funds together. Let's have some fun. Let's get the community together, meet and greet, peer support. You're not the only one out there. There's a lot of us.
Right.
Have you met with any of the law enforcement people in town?
Yes.
And you've talked, because you're very logical about this. You're very, very well read on this subject. What do they say when you talk to them?
Sorry, our hands are tied.
By who?
Who knows?
They would say the feds.
They say the feds, but it's not true because Californians voted for this.
We were told at a supervisors meeting to take it up with the feds. Once you change it at a federal level, we'll look at it at a local level.
And then we were also told, not real recent, but we've also been told, I don't like that law. It's not a good law, so we're not going to do it.
By the cops?
Not a cop, but a person in charge.
Huh?
Okay?
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. Diana, Kirby, it's so good to see you
It's nice to
again.
see you too.
Shannon, always
You too,
nice to
Chuck.
see you. One more time, when's the event?
Sunday, June 8th, 2 to 7 p.m. We're still got tables available, $50. Bring your stuff out. We got banners available. We're looking for bands and music, civic groups.
Some vendors?
Yes,
Yeah.
some vendors.
Any-
Check out FresnoCannabis.org for all the information. There's a Facebook page and a meetup event, 270-1411.
Okay.
Come on out.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Dance?